Tanzania. I love Zanzibar. The people, the beaches, the water. It's an amazing place to visit. This is also one of the fastest growing regions in the world. Both the economy and tourism grows at very high rates. Lots of people are coming to visit the island. And Tanzania is one of the fastest growing countries in the world. In fact, the whole East African region is. And tourism is exploding on the island. It's good with growth. But tourism has to be done sustainably. It currently is not. Every day, the equivalent weight of a Boeing 747 gets dumped across the island. The waste causes serious health problems to the local population and to wildlife. It contaminates the groundwater, the precious groundwater. Despite the obvious problems with waste on the island, the awareness is low. The willingness to change is low. Short-term profits stand before the long-term viability of a sustainable tourism industry. Why is that? How can we solve this problem? How can we make Zanzibar's tourism industry sustainable again? MTI invested in Zanrec Plastics Company in 2015 and has since seen a tremendous growth in the number of hotels willing to join our efforts to create a sustainable Zanzibar for better tourism.
Actually, at the moment, we are working with around 200 hotels where we do waste collection from them, transportation, then separation, and recycling as much waste as possible from those hotels. We also work with communities whereby we set up collection points in different areas where we work, and the community can go and dump their waste in the collection points, and our trucks can then pass through and collect that waste. We are very proud to partner with MTI in terms of the financial support that we are getting, the mentorship that we are also getting from MTI. We also get financial support in terms of the equipment that we use in terms of trucks, collection, for the collection of waste that we do from the hotels.
Burning waste is very dangerous to health. People don't understand that. I call it inhaling death. It can cause cancer, and people are ill. The local population suffers from the improper waste management on the island. And there are few actors on the island who handle waste properly. In fact, over the past years, we have not come across any actor apart from Zanrec Plastics Company Ltd. We are focusing specifically also on plastic collection. The plastic collection also creates jobs in the local communities. We see a lot of kids engaged in collecting plastics, and they make some extra income from that. Especially the swap shop concept that we are doing on the island together with Ocean Kind has been very successful. And we are scaling up our plastic collection efforts on the island. I estimate that roughly 50 tons of plastic gets dumped across the island every day.
Zanrec was a huge element of my success in Jambiani. I created almost 70 dustbin stations along this whole stretch of Jambiani so that the locals could have somewhere to at least put their taka rather than either dumping in the shamba or leaving on the road or dumping in the ocean. So this has helped tremendously. Zanrec has been a huge element of, a huge part of my success, because they then came every Sunday to empty out the dustbins, which then created this momentum, and you can see now that a lot of the dustbin stations are full every Sunday, which means that this taka is not landing up somewhere where it shouldn't land up.
We're trying to create an environment where all the waste is being recycled. About 65% of the waste is organic waste. With organic waste, we can make manure. We can also make biogas from the organic waste. I have a dream that one day in the future we're going to see the local transportation here driven by biogas created by the waste. We're particularly strong in the south region, but there are many hotels on the islands, big hotel chains, big international hotels who are not using a sustainable waste service. You may think they look ecological. They may advertise about their amazing environmental work that they do, but at the end of the day, where does the waste go? The waste gets dumped across the island. This is the truth. This is where the waste goes. And when you talk about costs, people get very sensitive. So the willingness to change is not there. The benefit of profits stand before the long-term consequences of the illegal practices.
We also do beach cleanups, community cleanups together with the communities, whereby we try to also educate the community, the young children, to educate them about the importance of preserving the environment. So we have like 6 schools that we are doing now with the education with them, and yeah, it's working very well.
In our club, we usually collect plastics and store them. Then we take the plastics to the swap shop. Then Ozonkind come and collect the plastics. And we always participate in environmental cleanups. Thank you, Zanrec and Ozonkind, for teaching us about cleanliness of our environment.
I had come from a fashion background, and I thought, okay, how do I make waste into fashion? And the idea also was to turn waste into fashion so that children and the locals could say, okay, that's not just a cement bag. It could be used as not just a carry bag to carry your fruit and vegetables in town or around the village, but you can also turn this into a bag that they could maybe sell or use for themselves. So I then started creating this collection. This is just some of the stuff, you know, from shoulder bags to little purses to sports bags. We have grown the brand into many, many shops within Zanzibar where tourists come and they buy this product because, one, what's amazing is, so it's handmade in Zanzibar, which is amazing. So they're supporting the local culture, but also they are taking a piece of trash back to their country. So you're taking rubbish off the island, which is creating less rubbish on the island. And number two, we're creating awareness. So someone will walk around with this in, say, Sweden or England or whatever, and they will see this and say, wow, where did you get this from? So now we're promoting Zanzibar as a destination to tourists, and also we are promoting a brand that is all about people thinking, wow, let's help save the planet for future generations. It's also an awareness program.
Miji ikiwa safi, mazingira yetu tukiweka safi, basi kila mmoja itamvutia.
My vision and goal is to create a green Zanzibar where all of the waste is being handled appropriately. We can do a lot of things with the waste. It takes time to develop these projects. We can create biogas with the waste. To be part of the solution, it requires politicians, stakeholders and hotels to come together in a vision about creating a sustainable Zanzibar.
The taka-taka, the amount of hotels are building, it's crazy. So I really believe if we do not do something soon, and it's not just us as the locals or expats, it's government. Governments have got to start making a stand on stopping plastics, stopping dumping, hotels being responsible for their waste. But this is something that the governments have to do. And my belief is that if I can see the trend of what's happening in South Africa to what's happening here, I think Zanzibar's got a big issue facing it's in the next few years, really, to be honest.
MTI Investment was founded with the idea to provide for anyone to take part in the growth of East Africa. We're a listed company. You can buy our shares. Don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution. Join MTI now. See you.